Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can build your own ticketing system that will be triggered from different emails that you received and automatically send a message in different WhatsApp groups based on the priority. The main idea is to help you navigate some issues that you may have and be alerted as soon as possible based on the emergency of the email that you will receive. So in order to do so, let me just share my screen into today's demo. So I have 3 emails here that are already ready. So I have the group 1 important email, urgent email. So I'm going to send it to myself. I have the group 3, which is non-important email. And I have the group 2, which is important email. So I'm going to send those emails to myself. And I will have this automation running that will directly go through my inbox. And every time you find one of those subjects, it will automatically populate some of my WhatsApp groups, and I will receive immediately a message which will allow me to know that something is happening, something urgent, for example. And so as we can see right now, all my email went from unread to read. So which means that the automation has been triggered. And now I can see already for the group 1 that the first message has been sent. So here I can see urgent email. I can see as well for the group 2, for the group 3, right now that the non-important email has been sent, and the group 2, the important email has been sent. And all of this has been triggered directly from my inbox. And so right now, I'm going to show you how you can yourself build the same system. So in order to do so, let's just go back a little bit about the context. So what do we need for the tech stack? Here we need 3 tools. First, make.com in order to run the automation, but you can replace it by an ANA. You can replace it by Zapier, that works as well. We will need WAPI. So WAPI is a third-party tool that will allow us to send messages into WhatsApp group. It's a WhatsApp non-official API. And then we have Gmail. And with those 3 tools, we'll be able to build this system. So with that being said, how does it work? So basically, based on the email that we are going to receive, we will use it as a trigger. And this trigger can be anything from like the subject or the content of the email. Then it will depend on your case. But basically, subject is always better because it's simpler. And if, for example, you have a form on your website and people are submitting tickets, then you're able to also change the subject based on the request that they're making, which will allow you then to prioritize the email based on what they're asking you. And so what we have 3 WhatsApp groups. So one will be dedicated to urgent matter, another one for important matter, and the last one will be for all non-important tickets that can be dealt with like in the next 2 or 3 days. The other one, we will assume that this is because you want to have people acting fast on them because they're critical and they might put your users into like bad situation if they're not like solved immediately. And so this is basically the flow that we have, and based because we never know until the email arrives what will be the priority, but when the email lands in the inbox, then based on this priority, we will just assign it directly to the right group in order to let people know that they have to act. So with that being said, how do we implement this? So I'm going to show you now what is in make.com. There we go. So here we are in make.com, and the flow, as you can see, is pretty simple, right? We have a webhook, a Gmail webhook. So this Gmail is basically a filter that you will put only for unread emails. And then I added in the subject, I had a group in order to filter by this specific element that will be able to recognize among all emails. Here you can adapt whatever subject you want, as long as you have something, a common pattern between every important email, that you will be able to use this here as an element to filter your different emails. And then I just set up a limit of maximum number of results, which is 50. Obviously, depending of your case, you might want to increase this limit, for example, or reduce it based on how you will operate it. So once we have the webhook, which means that we will flag every time there's an email coming that has this particular subject, then I added the OpenAI module. And the OpenAI module will allow us to actually get and extract the content of the email because if you remember, in every WhatsApp message, we had this element that was saying important message, urgent message, or non-important message. But this was part of the body of my email, right? It was not written in the subject. And basically what I do with this module is extract all the data that I have from my email, so what the webhook will provide us, and I make kind of a summary about this. So first of all, the date, when did I receive this email, what was the subject, what's the content of the email, who's the sender, and what's the sender email address. So in the WhatsApp, this is exactly what I have. So for example, here, if I want to respond directly, I can respond because I already have the email. So that allow me to already provide all the right elements for the people who will deal with this ticket, for example. So then I just added, like in my prompt, the fact that I do not want any formatting, because OpenAI or ChatGPT in this case love to just return a response that has a lot of, who has different markers in order to format the text, which is not ideal for me when I need to make API calls, because often that can lead to an error. So basically, this is the entire prompt that would say that, for example, it's strictly forbidden to add any character beside the requested API safety formatted text. And that will just allow me to get actually something that I can use for the different APIs that I have afterwards, right? So once this is done, I'm adding here a router. So the router is because we will, based on the email, we will be able to assign directly the right WhatsApp group. So in this case, I have different filters for each of those emails where I have filtered by the subject. So if the subject contains group 1, then I want to send this directly to this WhatsApp group. And so this is basically the API that I've set up coming from WAPI Cloud. So WAPI.cloud is a WhatsApp non-official API that will allow us to send messages directly to WhatsApp groups and allow more action as well. And basically, this is what the request looks like, right? So we have here a header with a content type, application JSON. Then we have another element, which is the accept and application /JSON. I have created my credential, and you have your credential when you log in directly to your WAPI Cloud account. So you need to sign up for the service, because this is a paid service, but then that allows you to perform this API request. And then you will have the body. So in the body, you will send the WhatsApp group ID that you want to send these notifications to. The body, so in our case, that's the result that we generated from the OpenAI module. And the typing time, which is in this case an extra additional parameter that we can put, that will just add a little delay of few seconds into before sending basically this notification. And so then we have the group 2. So when you look at here, the filter, this time, the subject will be group 2. And we have the exact same element here, which is we just swap the group ID. So that's a different group ID, but we keep the same message. And in this case, we will just trigger the group 2. And this one is the last group. And that's the exact same concept, where this one, we just uploaded the group ID. So the group that we will target. And basically, this very short scenario will allow you to trigger any emails that you have and automatically alert you based on what's really important and what matters to you. And so this is very simple, but that's super efficient, especially if you're working with like critical situation where you always need to be aware about what's going on, what's happening, and you have like customer support there available 24/7. This is definitely how you can help them work faster, especially when sometimes you can take a break and you're out of the laptop, but now you receive automatically a WhatsApp notification, which makes it even better and easier for you to know exactly what's happening. So with that being said, now that we've seen the implementation, let's talk a little bit about the budget. So how much does it cost to run something like this? So for the make.com part, it's actually free if you already have an account, or if you do not have an account, you can have access to the free plan that will allow you to do up to 1,000 operations per month, which should be enough based on the number of tickets, obviously, that you will receive or email you will receive. Should be enough for you to run it on the free plan. Otherwise, you might have to upgrade. The WAPI.cloud tool will cost you $33 a month. So that will provide you access to an API that will allow you to connect your actual WhatsApp phone number, which whether it's business, whether it's personal, it doesn't matter. You'll be able to use it. and access to the entire APIs that they have in order for you to perform the actions that you want. So for example, we can send a normal message in this case, but we can also send like a message that has buttons. So you can have also someone that will confirm that the ticket has been handled. You have so many options, and all of this is accessible in WAPI.cloud, and I will put you the link in the description of this video. And then you need a Gmail account or Outlook account, basically just an email account, which one you want, it doesn't matter, because you will just have to replace the module that we had for Gmail with Outlook, for example. So as you can see, this is a quick video to show you this setup. It doesn't need much more than that, but it's super efficient and that can really help you for a lot of critical situations. So if you need to set up a system like this, now you know how to do it. If you need help for your own system, feel free to get in touch. I'm Davy, the founder of autopilot.co, and I see you in the next video. Bye.